Shripad Rajam Sharanam Prapadhe. We continue the narration of the Shripad ShriVallabha Charitramrita in the chapter 6. Malladi Napannavadhani, also known as Satya Rishishwar, was the chairman of the Brahmin Council of Pithikapur. He was a regular worshipper of sun and fire deity. When he had performed a sacrificial ritual once, there was a shower from a holy pot into the fire. Srivatsavai Narasimhavarma had invited Satya Rishishwar to stay at his village, but he refused. Once Sri Varma's cow Kapila was lost. It was Bapannacharya who with his divine vision said that it was with a local butcher. It was decided then that if the cow was found, then Bapannacharya would be rewarded with 3-acre land and a house to stay. As predicted, the cow was found at the butcher's place and it was saved in time. Sri Bapannacharya had 2 children, a son named Venkatavdhani and a daughter named Sumati. Sumati was very pious, righteous and pleasant in her appearance. Her gait of walking was like a royal person, so she was called Sumati Maharani. Appal Lakshmi Narasimharaj Sharma, a young boy of Bharadwaj Gotra, came to Sri Bapannacharya for higher studies in Vedic literature. This was instructed to him by a divine vision of Kalagni Shaman Dattatreya. Bapannacharya invited him to have lunch at his house. Bapannacharya used to practice a Shiva Puja at Shani Pradosh, that is the 13th day of the fortnight cycle. This is a very powerful ritual and is said to have been performed by Nanda Yashoda. That is why they had the fortune to look after Shri Krishna. One day when this ritual was nearing completion, there was an electrifying radiance from the Shivling and a divine voice was heard. As per the divine will, Sumati and Appal Sharma got married. They gave birth to 2 physically challenged children. Seeing their difficulties, some relatives gave the couple the holy prasad of the Vishneshwar deity. That very night, Sumati Maharani got a vision of the Airavat, a white elephant, in her sleep. For some days she got dreams of divine beings. When she told her husband about it, he said, "These are indications of a great soul to be born." On no moon day during the Pitrupaksh period, the fortnight period, which is in memory of our ancestors, Sumati Maharani was preparing food for the Shraddha, that is a death ceremony. Just then a holy ascetic came at her door asking for food. Sumati Maharani requested he appear in front of her in the form of a divine yogi. She paid her obeisance to this divine form, but he said, a mother should never bow before her child. She then expressed that he bless her as his mother and that he would be born to her. He blessed her so and said that he would be with her for only 16 years, after which he would have to leave for a life of an ascetic. Saying so, he disappeared. Shripad ShriVallabha incarnated in the form of a divine light. At the time of his birth, a serpent or a cobra with its hood raised stood protecting him for continuously 9 days. This Kaliuga incarnation of Lord Dattatreya's Lord Shripad ShriVallabha was celebrated by all divine forms in heaven with the accompaniment of music and dance. There was also some divine chanting heard. At that time, the village was having an epidemic of cholera. Venkaya, a victim of this epidemic, was asked to offer milk to the fire and show it as a sacrificial offering to the village deity. The result was the village got rid of the epidemic. Shripada's grandfather Bapannacharya examined his holy feet and got an indication of I am Dattatreya there. Shripad informed him, I am immortal. Though I will incarnate as Narsimha Saraswati later, my original form is Shripad ShriVallabha. After 300 years of Narsimha Saraswati's incarnation, I will be in deep penance. My next incarnation will be Sri Swami Samartha, Akkalkot, that is Pradnyapur. My divine energy will enter the holy banyan tree there and later get merged with the Shivling at Mallikarjun. Narsaavdhani, a learned scholar of Pithikapur, was an authority in the tantric penance of the Baglamukhi. But according to him, this tantric practice yielded no results due to Bapannacharya. This made him annoyed with Bapannacharya and spared no efforts to insult him. He also thus had no faith in Shripad ShriVallabha. One day, a very strange incident occurred. Narsaavdhani and many others were unable to see the idol of Sri Dattatreya in the Kukuteshwar temple. They attributed the reason to some low-level tantric vidya practiced by Narsaavdhani, but the idol was not found with him either. Some people who opposed him invoked some measly tantric methods in his barren cow. The cow was so possessed that it destroyed all his amaranth, that is Rajgira fields, and even ate up the food cooked for his mother's death ceremony. Just then Shripad ShriVallabha arrived there. The cow circumambulated him 3 times and died at his feet. Then Narsaavdhani too died due to some deadly disease. When Shripad went to console Narsaavdhani's wife, she said, "You claim to be Dattatreya. Can you not bring him back to life?" Shripad then placed his thumb between Narsaavdhani's eyebrows, and what a miracle! Narsaavdhani instantly got up and bowed to him humbly. Narsaavdhani's wife was overjoyed in seeing her husband alive. Lord Shripad had enlightened Narsaavdhani with the knowledge of karma through his divine touch. Narsaavdhani also realized that the barren cow and bullock were none other than his mother and father in his past life. While dying, the cow had requested Lord Shripada to drink her milk. Narsaavdhani also realized that the cow would be reborn as a barren buffalo, but it would be blessed by Narsiya Saraswati, the next incarnate of Lord Shripad, to bear milk again. He also had a subtle knowledge that the tantric who had tried evil practices on him would soon die. He would then be reborn as a learned but evil person, but he would be blessed by Lord Shripad in that birth too. Not only this, but Narsaavdhani could also foresee his next birth. Lord Shripad would visit him and ask him for Rajgira vegetable as an offering. He would then uproot the Rajgira crops, which would have a pot of gold coins beneath them. Thus, with one divine touch of Lord Shripada, Narsaavdhani got enlightened. For the benefit of our listeners and the readers, we would like to suggest that they go through the chapters of the Shri Guru Charitra of Shri Narsiya Saraswati to know about the next incarnation, the miracles which have been mentioned here. Chapter 6 concludes here, and the listener and the reader get liberated of any ancestral curse. May Lord Shripad bless us all. Shripad Rajan Sharanam Prapadhe.